Aloha ikoma mai, and welcome to Maui. If you came to Maui to kiteboard, you've come to the right place. Maui is one of the windiest destinations in the world with the most kiteable days per year. There's a couple of things you ought to know before heading out, and that is that not all kite beaches are kite beaches. All the kite beaches are, but there's a lot of beaches that are off limits to kiteboarding. And that's because we have an airport, we have an international harbor, shipping lanes, and other restricted beaches. So know which beaches are for kiteboarding and which are not. And you can do that by going online before you get here, going to the Maui Kiteboarding Community website or the Maui Kiteboarding Association website. We have maps, rules, and guidelines for kiteboarding on Maui. If you've already arrived, you can drop past a kiteboarding store or a kiteboarding school and pick up one of these. This is the Maui Kiteboarding Community Guidelines for Kiteboarding on Maui brochure. In here you'll find maps, rules, guidelines, and helpful tips for making your kiteboarding visit to Maui more enjoyable. The number one rule you have to remember, other than going on the correct beaches, is no kiteboarding before 11 a.m. Now, why is this so? Well, kiteboarding is not the only sport that we do here on Maui. We share the water with a lot of other water users, especially the traditional users, which are fishermen and divers. So you might not even see the divers, but they're out there in the morning diving for taco, which is octopus, or line fishermen on the beach. So all of the wind sports wait until 11 a.m., and that's now a state law. So no kiteboarding before 11 a.m. You can fly a trainer kite on the beach, but no kites in the water. Windsurfing too. There is no windsurfing before 11 a.m. With the exception, there is a beginner windsurfing zone all the way on the eastern end of Kite Beach, reserved just for beginners from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. in the mornings. So when you're kiteboarding on Maui, also check in with one of the school's instructors or locals and ask them how you should launch. Is there anything you should look out for? Because we do have our share of reef, hazard, and obstacles that you need to know about. If you launch on a beach, you have to make sure you have identified the safe exit points downwind. Another helpful thing is before you get out in the ocean at Maui is you know the right-of-way rules. What are they, you may ask? Well, if you don't know, you have to learn those. It's the traffic rules for being on the water. If you're heading head-to-head with someone, who moves first? If you both move, accidents can happen. You have to know the priorities and right-of-way rules, and they're listed on the websites and in the brochure. Please study those. There's an etiquette and a protocol and right-of-way rules for traffic and just managing the resources. But respect other people, whether it's a fisherman on the beach or a family having a picnic or other people on the water like a surfer, stand-up paddleboarder, especially our paddlers here. Respect everyone, give them their space. For example, if you come to the beach and there's a family having a picnic right where you want to launch, you move. Never ask someone to move out of your way unless there's an immediate danger. But don't create a danger for other people. We can have alternate launch sites. We can move very easily. Even if you've launched in the same spot all week, there's someone there now, okay, they have just as much right to use the beach, so let them do it. You might see behind me, we have some guidelines posted. Okay, on the beach, we say rig launch and land kites downwind, west of the sign. Well, this is the lifeguard tower sign. West of the lifeguard tower at Kite Beach. Okay? To the right is a windsurfing zone. At Kite Beach, the lifeguard tower is the demarcation between the windsurfing area to the east and the kiteboarding area to the west. Okay? So please stay west of that. Also, there's swim zones. Respect the swim zones. Find out where they are. Some are marked, some are not marked, but stay out of those. Don't launch or ingress, egress through the swim zones. Okay. No launching before 11 a.m. We covered that. Do not fly kites over non-participants. Okay? If your kite is flying over anybody, it has the chance to fall on that person, or the lines could contact them. So we just don't do it. Make sure you have enough room to fly your kite so there's no chance of it hitting anybody or anything. Don't fly close to trees. On the water, stay away from shore after launching. Okay, the beach is actually where people go to swim, it's where people launch, where people fish. And it's actually where the worst wind is too. So once you get out there, get out, stay away from shore. This is a rule, kind of an international rule, so respect that. Here, stay 200 feet away from canoes. It's not a law, it's a courtesy. Why 200 feet? Well, in the old measurements, that's 3 kite line lengths, okay? Within 1 kite line length, they're in the drop zone, so you don't fly over their heads. And 2 is enough safe buffer zone so you don't accidentally run into them if you lose control. Okay. Also, ride west of the lifeguard tower, we covered that. Please keep clear of swimmers, divers, fishermen, canoes. Why? They're less maneuverable, they're more vulnerable. Stay away from them. Okay? Fishermen may set up after you've launched. So you launch at one spot, you come back towards the beach, there's a fishing pole out, this means there's fishing lines in the water. Watch out and go around. Please respect all other beach users and always follow the directives of the lifeguards. No brainer. Thank you for your cooperation for making kiteboarding safer. Alright, this has been a little bit of an update for you guys. We want you to come kite with us in Maui. We want you to enjoy your experience. We want you to preserve our kiteboarding access too. And we're glad to share it with you. So welcome to Maui. Enjoy your kiteboarding vacation. We'll see you on the water. Aloha.